Hi everybody, thanks for being here and welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. Now these cards are always well shuffled in between readings, and the cards that pop out or that I'm drawn to are for the sign in general. So it may not reflect everyone's personal circumstances, but even if one card relays a message, then I'm good with that. So enjoy. Hi everybody, and thanks for joining me today. And this is your reading for the 11th. There we go. The 11th of March. Oh, okay. All right. Now I think there's too many there. Okay. Let's have a wee look. All right, Aries. You've had all of your cards pop out now. So let's have a look, see what they're saying. Okay. Now, we have the Four of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Three of Cups in reverse. Now, have you planned a celebration or a party? Or, have you, organised some sort of get together or some sort of recognition of an achievement? But the thing is that are all these things that you're doing possibly a little bit too soon? Or in the midst of all of these celebrations, do things just turn into a big, massive mess? Do people start arguing with each other? Do people start arguing with you? Does everything just go to hell? Everything goes wrong? And you probably think that this is just one big mess and you should never have tried to organise it. That it was all just too soon. You just were too excited to have this accomplishment. And it could be that there are people who are at this celebration or gathering, and it just could be, family members even, or close friends that they may be having a go at you for things that you've done or things that you've said. Is that the reason why everything has been disrupted? Descended into everybody sniping at each other or sniping at you? Because I feel that there's more than one person that is having a go at you. And I feel that you really do feel that you have to defend your actions. And you feel that you have to stand up for the things that you've done or said because they were right for you at that time, because you wouldn't have done them otherwise. So you feel that you have the moral high ground here. And regardless of what other people have to say, you feel that you were in the right. And looking on to the next card here, which is the Ace of Swords, can you see possibly what other people can't see? Or do you know what other people don't know? Can you see the bigger picture here? Do you have true clarity of everything that's been going on? And you can see you know, the logic behind things, the reason for the plans that were put in place. So, that has probably made you feel, you know, even greater that you were in the right because you can see the bigger picture, the bigger plan. But in spite of that, and moving on to the Three of Cups in reverse, has all this aggravation from the people round about you made you feel left out, made you feel as though you were someone who has done the wrong thing? Have they made you feel awkward in this party situation? Are they maybe leaving you out of conversations? And it could even mean that you drown your sorrows because everybody that's important enough to make you feel that you need to defend yourself, are they all having a go and you just want to drown your sorrows about that whole episode? And apart from the awkward situations spilling over into the next day, you could also have the morning after, because if you have drowned your sorrows, you could have, a very serious after effects of this party that you've had. But it doesn't take away from the fact that people seem to have not understood where you were coming from or why you were doing things. And the fact that they've left you out of things has stung. It's definitely stung, and it's given you, the reason to feel that you need to protect yourself against people putting you in difficult situations now. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and please take care with whatever it is that's going on, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aries. Hi, Leo. So glad you could find your way back to have another reading with myself, and this is your reading for the 11th of March, Monday. All right. Okay, I want that wee card that's sticking out there. Hope you've all had a great weekend, and let's see what these cards have to say for you. All right. Okay, now we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Death, and the Queen of Wands. Now, has there been things that you've learned, or do you have, internal resources such as empathy, or, whatever resources you have, even the ones round about you? It could be that you have, space, or you have friends who could help, or you have money, or you have, buildings, whatever resources you have, you're bringing them together because you want to understand how all of those things put together can have an effect on the world. So it could be that you are beginning an apprenticeship or beginning a new job, or it could even be that you're working for yourself. And because it is new, because all of these resources and learning outcomes that you have recently acquired, with you going into now practicing these things, are you maybe learning that there is an effect to the things that you do? And there could be consequences as well. And it may not be that it's all physical consequences. There could be hurt feelings. There could be inspiration. So there may not be tangible things that you can example when you go into practicing this, but it's all extremely good experience. And it could be that you may need a mentor to help you understand all of the consequences. As with entering a new job, you may think you know a lot of things, but other people have been down this road before you, and they've probably made the same moves as you have. And they probably understand how those moves can end in error or mistakes or hurt feelings. So it's always good to take advice. And with you now bringing this into practice, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, are you maybe realising that there is a daily, not a daily trudge, because this is new, it's all a learning curve that you're on just now. But you could also be learning that there are things that you do every day, things that will give you practice, things that will give you experience. And it could be that in time, you may find them a little bit tedious, that, oh, I have to do that again, or I'm doing it again and again and again. It could be that, you also feel that you need to spend long hours doing those things. So you could turn into someone who works long hours at a job that is pretty repetitive. Now, and moving on to the next card, which is the Death card. Is this something that you wanted? You wanted this new experience? Even though, all jobs have their drawback, or all projects have their drawbacks. But this is something that you wanted to move on to. You wanted a fresh start. You wanted to change from whatever it is you were doing before to doing this. And it could be that you move away from the things that you've done in the past and you lose touch with people. And that could be a transformation that you wanted. Because with the next card here, did the people that you were associating with and socialising with maybe take away your power a little bit? And now that you've moved on and made these changes, and maybe left some people behind, are you feeling empowered? Do you feel bold? Do you feel that you have the strength and the courage to take on these new tasks? And you're getting your sense of self back. You're transforming yourself into a powerful person, someone that can inspire. someone that has a great deal of willpower and determination to do whatever the project is that you've decided to do. Now, I'm going to leave it there and have a great day. Take care with whatever it is that you're doing, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Leo. Hi, Sagittarius. So glad you could make it here with me today. And this is your reading for the 11th of March, Monday. Okay. All right, there's way too many cards there for you, but I'm going to take that card there and have another shuffle or two. Hope you all had a great weekend and feeling good going into another week. And let's see what these cards are saying for you. Okay, we've got the Magician, the Four of Swords, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse. Now, is there something that you want to change? Something you want to create? And it could be that, do you have an ideal in mind? Do you have an idea which could improve both your life and the lives of people round about you? You know, and you have such a determination about you that you want to create this better life, this better environment, and better lifestyle for people, that you gather as much as you can. Resources, people's time, and you work in the community, you work in conjunction with other people to create whatever this aim, whatever this task, whatever the ideal is. And you're very good at doing it because, you're very good at explaining what it is that you're thinking or what your intention is for people of all levels of society. And your enthusiasm gets them on board. But now, moving on to the Four of Swords here, has something happened that you're having to regroup a little bit? Do you maybe need a little bit of a rest, a little bit of thinking time? Because is there something that has needed you to think about things a little bit more carefully? Has something happened to maybe put a spanner in the works of whatever this project is? And you're having to think of a way round about whatever this barrier is. And with the next card being the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it could be that it's a setback. It doesn't mean that it's going to stop whatever it is that you're doing. It's a setback, even though it is an unexpected one. And it could even be that it's just bad luck that something has put a spanner in the works that's made you feel a little bit out of control. And turn things on its head a little bit. Now, the next card is the Emperor in reverse. Is this the person that's turned everything around? Is there someone that's came on board, or is there someone that you're working with that is trying to take control of what is going on here? And they're the people that are putting the spanner in the works. They're causing the setbacks. They're causing you to regroup and think about how to get around difficulties that they're putting into place. And it could just be that, they're wanting to make a name for themselves, or they're in a position of power and they want everyone to know. And they could be abusing that a little bit. It could be that there's a personal issue in there somewhere along the way, and they're just being extremely difficult and inflexible about their decisions. So that could be another reason why you're having to maybe regroup a little bit, and that it's just been bad luck that this person has came on board. But that doesn't detract from the ideal that you're trying to create and bring into reality. Now, take care with everything that's going on, and don't forget the reasons behind everything that you're doing. All of these wonderful things that will make people's lives so much better. There's always a way round. Now take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Sagittarius.